Hi, folks. This is John Harvey from CrashBay.com for another 5 and 10. Today with me, I have Jeff Pabst of PFAFF Autoworks in Vaughn, Ontario, which is part of the Greater Toronto Area. Jeff, welcome to your 5 and 10 today. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks, John. It's great to join you. It's a great initiative you put in place. It's looking forward to it.
Thank you. So are you ready for your 5 and 10?
Absolutely.
Excellent. So Jeff, why don't you start out just by giving us an introduction of yourself and, your history in the industry and with the company, and maybe by, telling the story of PFAFF.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been with the company, will be 30 years in September, with PFAFF Automotive Partners, and the collision center is now going into the 22nd year. I started as a car jockey washing cars and moved through sales for a couple of years and then service department. And then one day, Mr. PFAFF came to me and said, "What do you know about the collision business?" And I said, "Absolutely nothing. I've never been in a body shop." So we actually had a client come forward and said, "Hey, I know this really good shop that does great work, but they're not very good business-wise, and they were failing." And so we ended up buying that business. Took a partner on for a year. After a year, the partnership didn't work, but that was fine. I learned a lot from that partner. And we moved the business from Markham to Newmarket at the time. And then 7 years ago, we moved to Vaughn. So we sort of grew through that whole period. And so it's been 22 years in the collision industry. So my role is general manager and partner.
Excellent. And so for those watching who aren't familiar with the PFAFF brand, and I know you'll elaborate on it later in the interview, but I would categorize you, Jeff, if this is fair to say, as a luxury or specialty shop in that category. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. Predominantly, our focus is on the brands that we sell. Which, in terms of certifications, we're certified with Volkswagen, Audi, BMW, Mini, Porsche, and McLaren, and Tesla. So.
Wow, that's quite the lineup of brands that you're working on every day. So pretty cool if you're a car guy.
Yeah.
So we're all living through this pandemic, and for most of us, it's the first in our lifetime. And businesses have had to adapt and take extreme measures to get through this. Can you talk a little bit about what you've done at PFAFF Autoworks to adapt to this COVID-19 situation that we're living through?
Yeah, definitely not an easy time for any of us, for sure. I think our focus has been on safety more than anything, both for our staff and our customers. And so really when this all started, we started with predominantly a lockdown of the facility. So we do everything, in the parking lot in terms of estimating and delivering vehicles, intake of vehicles. And then there's a strong protocol. Every time the staff comes in, there's only one door they can use to come in and out, and their temperature is taken every morning, and a quick conversation. They have no symptoms, and we don't have full staff back yet. We're probably around the 50% mark, just under that, and distancing in the shop, the lunchroom, things like the lunchroom don't exist anymore. Masks are mandatory if they're having a conversation with somebody. So things like that. That was our main focus, was just the health and safety of staff, and God forbid, it gets into our business, then we're nowhere. We have to shut down. So try to take every step we can to eliminate that. Cars are disinfected before they come in, before they go back out again. Also to tell our clients that we're taking every precaution we can to ensure their safety as well. So.
Absolutely. Wow. So that's, you said the word protocol there, and I think it's so important that businesses institute standardized protocols during a time like this, especially. So, in the spirit of standardization, continuous improvement, because a lot of this is continuous improvement for the business. It's unexpected. It might not have been in the 2020 plan. What improvements, process improvements, or protocols do you think you'll retain post-COVID in your business?
A lot of it revolves around estimating the intake of vehicles, just streamlining that process for clients, so that they when they arrive, things are ready to go, that they don't have to wait, it's a seamless, quick, easy process, that's not a long drawn out affair when they arrive or pick up their vehicle. So
Yeah.
and estimating, we've done by pictures, we've done online for years,
Hmm.
and I know that's going to it's becoming more and more prominent. One of the things we've been looking at is uh, on our webpage, having a better process for customers inquiring about an estimate. So
Right.
we improve, or in the process of improving that, so that it's a more seamless process for the client.
Excellent. Excellent. So what has some of the client response been to some of the changes that you've made, in the front office or just in the end-to-end process in general?
I think overall the feedback we've had has been good. It's been positive.
Mhm.
There's always this a bit of apprehension about something new, and the way we have to deal with things, obviously because of the situation
Yeah.
of COVID. And so I think everybody's a little out of their comfort zone, but I think the feedback we've had has been positive on how we're handling it and managing it. So.
Excellent. I always say, we all had business plans, and in a business as usual environment, are certainly known as a successful operator dealing with luxury brands in your community. What would you say PFAFF is most proud of in recent history? Any accomplishments that you want to highlight?
Specifically with Autoworks, it's really what we've built. It's the team we have. It is the processes we put in place, the feedback we get from customers and from the industry.
Yeah.
Uh, are becoming certified in those brands is a huge, for me, a huge accomplishment, and I'm very proud of the fact that we've achieved that, and the level of quality, the workmanship that we produce every day. It's a huge thing for me, and I don't know that I could go anywhere else and not have that same level of quality and be happy with it. Right? It would eat at me, because it's, to me, it's got to be the same as factory or better, and that's what we strive to achieve every day. So.
And I think you've really set a bar with your business, and in fairness, you've probably lived in the certification reality, OEM certification reality, longer than most, just by nature of the brands that you work on every day.
Mhm, mhm, for sure.
Um, so as far as, differentiating factors, what you want to be known for in your community, this is the final question I ask everybody. What do you want the PFAFF Autoworks brand to be known for amongst your community and with your customers?
I would say the best, and no compromise. Won't compromise if somebody doesn't want to follow the procedures, factory procedures, and there's a potential liability or a quality issue there. Then that's where our conversation ends. Simple.
Yeah, best of the best and no compromise. I like that. So just to recap a few points here. 22 years in business in the Greater Toronto area. You are adaptable, and you've managed to work through this change by instituting standardization and protocols. You want to be known for a business that doesn't compromise and being the best of the best, and certainly within that luxury specialty category that you operate within, which is certainly a niche in our business. Final plug from you, Jeff. Where can we find you online?
www.faffautoworks.com.
Perfect. Thanks for making the time to do this today. I really appreciate it. This is another 5 and 5 or 5 and 10 with Jeff Pabst of PFAFF Autoworks in the Greater Toronto area of Vaughn, Ontario. Thanks, everybody. And you can find more of these interviews on our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe, and watch out for more interviews coming your way in the next week. How great was that? Jeff Pabst from PFAFF Autoworks in Vaughan, Ontario. Wow, our first luxury brand interview for 5 and 10 with crashbay.com. Yet another business owner telling their story as we live through this pandemic in COVID-19 and beyond. And we have more luxury brands and specialty shops, small businesses, and communities across North America coming your way. Like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube for more business owner interviews from crashbay.com. 5 and 10.